Hey Sagittarius, it's Meg with Padmes, and I am doing your energy check for the end of September, beginning of October. We're going to use an old wise tree spread, and I'm going to look at these, but I'm going to put them back in. They just kind of popped out. This is talking about, it looks like there's a lot of healing happening. There's an open heart regarding a situation that happened in the past. This is my sneaky monkey card. Actually, it's not so much sneaky monkey as like total manipulation, mind games, and not bringing that into the future. But there's some kind of open heart or healing happening around that situation. Sheesh, really? That's what's jumping out right now. It's like changing, it's like moving forward into the future without that energy going forward. It's like releasing some kind of manifestation from the past and moving on toward the future. But this is having some kind of open heart and allowing the universe to kind of like do its magic around this. So let's just put this back in and see what happens. So we weren't even finished shuffling yet. I pre-shuffled, but still shuffling. So, all right, let's just kind of keep that in mind. But we are calling in our angels and guides, the highest vibrations of love and light. I'm hearing somebody say of the highest wisdom. Archangel Gabriel is here, Jophiel. And we're going to do an old wise tree spread and just kind of figure out what kind of energy is around you, Sagittarius. And then we'll see some energy that you don't see coming in the next couple of weeks. Look at some possible outcomes. So let's check it out. What is going on with you, Sag? Ooh. They are really bouncing out. Wow. Okay. So this actually looks amazing. It looks like there have been some really difficult moments, but there's a lot of healing that is taking place here. I'd love to see this. So, okay, the first thing that I'm noticing is the heart of the situation. We've got the Temperance and the Star card. First of all, these are major arcana, which means that this is no little feat. This is a bigger cycle than some mundane cycles that you just go through and process through. It's like there's this huge, I want to say epiphany, but I feel like the epiphany has already happened. But this is the huge energetic shift around that epiphany. There's a lot of balance that's happening. There's a lot of alchemy that's happening. And this is your star card. This is your wish card, your dream card. This is your highest and your greatest potential coming true because of this alchemy that you have brought things together and made magic happen. So that magic at the beginning of those three cards popping out, opening your heart to something different so that magic can come in. You're open to receive it, which I absolutely love. That is the heart of the situation. You being open to receive this. It's like a gift from the universe, but the thing is, it's a gift that you've worked for, you know? The big picture is talking about being emotionally ready to move on and move away and move past some difficult times happening now and into the near future. This is you really kind of releasing to the universe. It's not, I mean, it can be giving up, but I don't feel that this is giving up so much as it's receiving serenity. It's like, okay, whatever the universe has to offer me, I'm open. At this point, I'm freaking open. That's what it feels like. But just within that freedom or within that total surrender, that's when all this comes through. I love it. You're coming from a place of overcoming betrayal. So here are all of these swords, Sagittarius, all these times, all these situations, all these conversations, whatever it was. It's all these betrayals, but it's reversed. So it's healing from all of those things. This was the epiphany. Your higher self is talking about some kind of celebration. This can also be some kind of reconciliation. This can also be like drinking, merriment, celebrating. This can also be the birth of a baby for some. but I feel like that's kind of a reconciliation card coming back together. I also feel like there are some friends that are coming back together that you haven't talked to for a long time. There's some kind of overcoming these betrayals. Okay. And I want to say this too, though. Your angels and guides are also talking about gossip. So especially with these together, we've got people coming together, gossiping, maybe gossiping about this, maybe gossiping about betrayal, maybe gossiping about reconciliation, but it's people coming together, celebrating, and then also talking about some, ooh, did you hear about, ooh, what's going on with like that kind of stuff. Your advice is talking about being able to decipher and discern between what's true and what's not true. This is also talking about being, your advice is like, okay, you need to see where you are not on point with your intrinsic wishes, with like how you want to align with the universe, because so much universal energy is coming in, but your intentions need to be really clear so you can draw from them, is what I'm hearing. So it's like, if you know what the rules are, if you know what your intentions are, then it's really easy to make decisions, because is it in alignment with my intention or is it not? It's like, that's why this is coming up in your advice right now. You'll make decisions differently if you're very clear on what your intention is. That's what I'm hearing, Sagittarius. In your past, this is also the release of some kind of King of Pentacles. So this is releasing the energy, I would say, of control. It's releasing the energy of always having to feel grounded, safe, and secure, or releasing the energy of money being the most important thing. Not that money's not important, because it is, but for whatever reason, this is in the release position, and it's talking about releasing, first of all, somebody who may be telling you that, like, I have it all. This could be releasing a person for some of you, but I am feeling like this a lot for a lot of you is it's some kind of intrinsic energy. So this is like, yeah, releasing, yeah, I'm hearing a foothold or a footing. This could literally be releasing a house or releasing a place of business, releasing a place of like where you live, to open up the energy to find something new. I think that might go with this as well. The big picture about walking away, moving away, leaving something. This is also leaving behind this idea. This can be a teacher, a promoter, a business owner kind of thing. It's leaving some sense of identity that like maybe if your job, I'm feeling like there's so many things going on. It's just whatever you identify with as your, who you are, your personality self, you're releasing it. There's something you're releasing and it's shifting and changing. I used to be that, but I'm not anymore. So that's a doozy. That goes along with these two cards though, in the heart of the situation. There's some alchemy that's happened. There's a huge shift that is happening. And this is like the old you, and the new you is appearing. So the thing that you are resistant to is grief right now. Grief, regret, upset. Being resistant to that, on one hand, you need to feel your feels in order to release them. But also that means that there's momentum of moving past grief. So that feels good in the process. It feels like this is working for you because this is so powerful at the heart of the situation. It just feels like it's taking up more space than this. It's taking up more energy than that. There's a real optimistic feeling about this. Let's look at past, present, future. So in the past, this is taking an opportunity that the universe has given you. We're going to clarify all this because I want to know what that is. And then in the present, here we have the King of Cups reversed. This is a disappointed king, or a king who is not fully capable of recognizing or talking about their emotions, identifying what their emotions are, dealing with their emotions in an adult way or in an evolved way. And this same king or masculine energy is dealing with heartbreak. So here's the grief coming in, but this is the release of this energy. It's there. This, I feel like, is the release of that energy. This is like, I give this to the universe. I mean, there's some kind of huge shift going on with that. And then your trajectory is fabulous. Your trajectory is starting something new, victory. This is, I'm hearing clearing the way. This is definitely figuring out what that intrinsic intention is and aligning to it at this point. So as soon as you really kind of move into that surrender space, it's going to lead right to victory. This is also a yes card, saying yes to the universe, telling the universe yes, and the universe provides you with all those things that match that yes. This is amazing. I love it, especially after coming out of this. This could be somebody else who's feeling this way and you know about it, you're attached to it, or this could be you, Sagittarius, but it's action orientedly feeling this way. Like, I also feel like this person is saying that they're lost. They've experienced loss and they feel lost. There's some kind of loss here, but this is definitely, this could be heartbreak from a third party, but this can be heartbreak from a lot of different things. This could be heartbreak from releasing your past identity, what you've seen yourself as for a long time. And now you're letting it go because something brand new is starting. Something crazy new is starting. That is what I'm feeling. Here's a Sagittarius card and Aquarius card. That is really a spiritual combination, a highly energetic combination, and a highly divinely guided combination. And cutting away things that don't serve you to see the truth. This is kind of an amazing reading. Okay, let's do some clarifying. And yep, I wanted to use my little frogs, but this is the one that's lighting up. I love this deck too, though. All right, let's see. I first want to look at, oh, I'm hearing this King of Pentacles murmuring over here. So what is this? Release this past idea of what your identity was, what you were grounded in that felt safe is no longer the same thing. There's been some evolution here, Sagittarius. Wow, and here's the wheel. This is the wheel turning in your favor. This is evolving. This is evolving into your truth. Wow, I want to look at this. Your resistance to grief. Yeah, there's resistance to grief having to do with something that happened in the past, lying, cheating, stealing. This could have been how you felt you had to be. This could be how someone else treated you. Let's look at this card because these are all these past betrayals. This can be you moving through that, how you had to betray someone, how someone had to betray you, whatever that looks like. And right, here's the Star card. It's like moving through this. Oh, this feels horrible. Here you have your Star card and your dreams and your wishes coming true. And then here's your Star card. This is coming from a place where your wishes did not come true. It's almost like you weren't ready for them to come true. You had to evolve into this new space in order for this to happen. So the universe, learning the hard way kind of, but learning what you needed to release, what was trapping you, moving into that space of releasing it. And that's when everything happens. That's kind of amazing. I love this. I want to look at your higher self and your angels and guides and what they are telling you. Okay, so I want to say, so the Knight of Wands is coming in for this Three of Cups down here. This is like very possibly a fair weather friend kind of thing, or like people are coming in to figure out what the gossip is, but then they leave with it. So be a little careful about who you are talking to about your intrinsic intentions here. Because if you're talking to people who don't really care about you, it's just releasing energy into the universe. It's like giving people ammunition. You don't need to do that. You don't need to be vulnerable with everyone. Okay. Let's look at this Page of Swords. Right. It's really interesting. It feels like someone is coming in and they're acting like they're connecting with you, but they're really just trying to get some information. So I feel like your higher self and your angels and guides are like, look at what you have come through. Okay, I'm hearing your greatness and your honor. Look at your greatness. honor yourself. Look at what you've come through. Look at what you've healed through. And you don't have to just pour that out of you. I feel like there's a reason why all of this has happened. There is an outlet or a container for it. At some point, there's something that wants to be done with all of that growth and learning and evolving. But it does not have to do with talking to other people about it who are just wow, I'm hearing growth junkies, which is kind of interesting. But these are people who are in and out. It's like they're not serious. I don't feel like this is done, so we're going to come back to this, but I feel like something else has to be talked about first. Let's look at your Queen of Swords reversed in your advice. Getting clear. Yeah, this is again, totally focusing on one thing, not focusing on a whole bunch of different things, getting clear on one thing. This is also the queen who has been lied to. And I feel, Sagittarius, that this is about lies that maybe you've been telling yourself, or it's been things that you've been hoping for and holding space for the best intention, but it's time to look at the reality of, and I feel like it's the reality of other people around you, what they're capable of, what their limitations are. This is all about you. This is about you recognizing, alchemizing, and making your dreams come true. And it's not just you making them come true, it's you aligning with the universe, and you're open to receiving those now. Where when you were holding space for someone else, or when you were holding space, not being completely clear about what you were doing, maybe in the midst of all of these options, that wasn't working. When you opened and you moved away from that, you're open to receiving all of these. That's so good. I love this evolution. Okay, let's look at the Nine of Wands reversed. Surrendering to the universe, releasing. Yeah. And for me, this is kind of deceiving yourself, especially in this deck. For me, this is self-sabotage, not listening, using, like, really analyzing things and not using your heart to guide you. So let's look at this 8. Yeah, this 8 of Cups this 8 of Cups is not reversed. It's walking away from something that has been difficult to walk away from. It's like going on a new path, and here it is, your karmic justice. When you go off on this new path and you are moving away from what you told yourself, it's almost like, I want to believe this, and so I'm going to make it true. But the universe was like, yeah, but there's some other reality here that you need to see, and it showed you. And you finally were like, all right, I surrender. I surrender to the fact that I was manipulating myself. I was also listening to things that weren't my truth, and walking away from this. Wow, I'm even hearing your social justice, not just your karmic justice, but walking away from this was your social justice. That means it helped the whole. That's amazing. All right. I want to clarify this Temperance and the Star. Wow, so interesting. The Temperance is talking about somebody who very possibly has addictions here. And Temperance is alchemizing that or balancing that, or this would be like sobering that up. So here's the King of Pentacles reversed. This is the King of Pentacles, the part of personality that you're leaving behind, the part of identity that's no longer current for you. It's divine timing, you're doing it. And that's what this is speaking on. So this King of Pentacles that was reversed, this controlling the universe, trying to control the universe or the situation, it's been balanced. It's been alchemized. Let's look at this Star. Wow. And you've got the Devil card for that. You have moved past some kind of hold that you've had on yourself. This is also, this is addictions, obsessions. It's like the dark side of Neptune. And it's full of illusion. And you're releasing that. There's nothing wrong I'm a Pisces. So there's nothing wrong with dreaming your reality into being. That's so important. But then there's also this casting someone's best light, only seeing their best and not seeing their limitations. I feel like there was something like that going on here. And the need to see the whole picture, which is exactly what you've done. It's looking at the whole view, the big picture, and seeing your place in it, recognizing how you've evolved into it and away from the old stuff. Wow. This is a lot of moving out of energy that is so, it's so toxic. You're moving away from it. You've alchemized it. You've neutralized it. All right, let's look at this. Four of Cups reversed in the past. The universe has offered you this opportunity, and there was a decision made and you took it. And this is what helped you shape what you were manifesting forward into the future. Let's take a look at this King of Cups reversed and this Three of Swords. This is heartbreak. This is somebody not in control completely of their emotions, not being able to speak about their emotions, and really kind of feeling, oh, I'm hearing somebody saying feeling blindsided. I feel like something has happened to like shake you up and wake you up kind of thing. You've got the Eight of Cups here again. So this is happening because, you know, I'm feeling like you walked away from something, but this could also be for someone here listening, someone else walked away and left you feeling this way. Let's see this, right? And this is you or them, but somebody walked away and the other person is feeling, you know, betrayed and rejected and abandoned. And then this Three of Swords is being clarified with the Knight of Cups reversed. This is somebody who is not turning back around and offering you any apologies or offering you any kind of pursuing energy. Ultimately, we've got this Ace of Swords and this Justice. This was the right thing. This was the best thing. And then here you are into your future. Wow. Holy crap. Okay. This is a reconciliation card for me. But this is after moving through all sorts of, what I'm hearing is blind spots, moving through blind spots, moving through things that you didn't see before. But this can be a reconciliation for some of you. This is also complete rebirth of yourself. This can be a complete reinvention of you, cutting things out that do not serve you and starting fresh, starting new, complete rebirth. Geez, I don't feel like I am done with this. Like, I am not done clarifying all of this. Feels like there's so much more to be said. Okay, now I'm going to use my love frogs and boxes. All right. Yeah. So this is the first thing that comes out. It's the Death card. This is the rebirth. This is the rebirth of you. I absolutely love that. This is dealing with some narcissistic energy here at the heart of the situation and moving out of it, stepping out of that jet stream, that energy stream of narcissism is just a stream of consciousness. And it's like stepping out of it, whether it was yours, we all have it, whether it was someone else's in a relationship. This really makes me feel like there was some belief of things that were not truths, like somebody telling you certain things so that you believe certain things about yourself, about reality that weren't necessarily true. It's like throwing your hands up in the air and saying, okay, I'm going to figure out what's true for me, which is exactly what happened. Alchemy came in, illumination came in, and that's what you did. All right. There's again some kind of releasing the conviction about expectations and figuring out this is just a new alignment, a new path, a new way, a new alignment. And for me, this can be a new house. This can be literal, or this can be, I'm moving into a new aspect of myself. I feel like there's so much rebirth here and changing of identity, or moving out of a past identity into a new one. Yeah, this is like, what's next? What's emotionally next for me? And I'm resistant to seeing the big picture. That's what I'm alchemizing. I'm looking at the big picture now. I'm looking at reciprocity, giving and receiving. This can be in a relationship, but this can also be with life. Giving to the universe, receiving from the universe. What you give, what you put out there, you do in fact receive back to you. I want to ask more about this group. This is even funny. I want to say a group of goslings. So it's like a whole bunch of goslings following you around, wanting to know what's going on. And yeah, your higher self is like, yeah, you're mysterious somehow. You're mysterious, or you don't tell everybody everything. And again, there's something going on with energy around control. I feel like people want to know what's going on with you, and they even use it as a status thing. Ooh, I know what's going on. I know what's going on. I'm special because I was told something. But I feel like it's really important for you to keep your personal life personal. There's something about that. Wow. And here's the 8 of Cups again. This is all about this walking away. It's like people are wanting to know why you left, why you walked away, why this person left, what's going on here. And here's the Temperance card. That's talking about not balancing that out for them. The balance is for you, not other people. This is a very intrinsic journey. This is about you thinking about things differently. Old lessons, old stories, you've evolved away from them. You've evolved away from them, and you're looking at the present time. You're looking at the new you. There's total reinvention here. It's so interesting. I want to take a look at Messages of Love Oracle. Around this walking away, there was definitely a walking away that initiated this entire change. Here and now, your true love is already part of your life. Also, this here and now, this is about you being present and not living in the past. This very specifically is saying, a lot of this is saying that. All of this rebirth, not living in the past, releasing the old identity, all of this. Here and now, interference, an external party is intruding on this relationship. This could be a relationship with yourself in this rebirth. This could be a new relationship. But I feel like this external party intruding, it's like all these people asking all these questions. And rejection. This rejection is actually divine protection. I feel like this is you just not spilling the beans, not giving all the information to everybody. It's also a way of energetic self-protection. You just can't let everybody else's energy into your space. You have to hold your space and own your space. Yeah, balance has been a complete theme of this reading. One person is giving too much in the relationship. That's something that you need to be aware of in all relationships, but I feel like there's this new relationship coming in. Your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you unconditionally. I feel like there's a new, well, for some of you, there's literally a reconciliation, but it's after this huge shift. But then for some of you, I feel like there's a brand new person coming in. Mastery, you've learned the spiritual lesson. Wow. Sagittarius, I love that. I want to, just here, I want to look at your romance oracle. What do your angels want to tell you? Sagittarius, wedding. So there's some kind of, sometimes this literally means a wedding. Sometimes it means marrying two things together, two situations together. But I also feel like this soulmate connection, that's what this is talking about. So it's this reconciliation or this new person, but there's definitely, okay, it's the reconciliation. There you have it. Can't make it up. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Oh my God. And we've got the soulmate again. That's pretty awesome, Sagittarius. That's pretty crazy. I want to take a look at some energy that you perhaps don't see coming in the next week, end of September, early October. And we've got adjudication, which very well can be a signing of marriage papers kind of thing. False person. Let's see what this is about. Sudden wealth. And child. Okay, this is what I feel like this is. So adjudication, it is making something official. I feel like this false person has to do with who you were before and who you are now. Not necessarily that it was false in the past, it was where you were, but there's such a rebirth going on that that is no longer you. And so making something official and recognizing your past self versus your new self. This is making something official using your new eyes, how you're seeing life now, as opposed to how you saw things then. This is the sudden wealth. This is the jackpot card. This is the, I can see it. I can see the big picture now. And the child, this definitely can have to do with children, straight up. However, I feel like this has to do with something new, brand new start, something brand new. It's the reconciliation. It's starting things fresh, starting things new, and it's definitely different. It's different because the energy has shifted. Wow, Sagittarius, that's what I have for you. Let me know how that resonated, and like and subscribe if this was your reading. Let me know, keep me posted about how this moves forward for you. I actually really love this reading. I'll talk to you soon, Sagittarius. Bye.